As like cloud computing types, cloud is further divided into four major models based on how it is offered to the customers. They are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, and disaster recovery as a service, to name a few. We will try to understand a little more detail on all these cloud models in this section. In infrastructure as a service model, the cloud provider will only provide the bare metal server wherein the companies can migrate their applications into the hardware and use them on top of it. Cloud provider will provide all the basic amenities like servers, storage components, and networking cables so that the companies will host their applications on top of this basic infrastructure. In case of platform as a service model, companies will get access to all the components as part of the infrastructure as a service model, plus the cloud provider will also provide a platform where the companies can develop, customize, and test applications on top of it. Some of the common examples of platform providers on cloud are Microsoft Azure PaaS and Salesforce Force.com. Moving on, there is a very famous cloud model, the software as a service model, where the cloud providers will host the application centrally and it is licensed on a subscription basis. Here, almost everything on hardware side is taken care by the cloud provider, and the companies will host their applications on SaaS model on the cloud. It can be accessed from anywhere, anytime, and from any device, be it smartphone or laptops or tablets or even desk computers as well. Some of the very common examples of SaaS model applications are Facebook, Gmail, Salesforce, Netflix, and the list goes on. And the last major cloud model is disaster recovery as a service, or DRaaS as it is commonly called, as a type of cloud model which supports the recovery and backup of data. It acts as a secondary infrastructure where the data is automatically synced from the primary production environment. So whenever there is a disaster in the primary environment, the secondary environment or a disaster recovery setup will get into action and provide services at the earliest as possible. When I say disaster, it may be anything like natural calamities or political issues or even environmental destructions as well. Also, whenever we spoke about disaster recovery as a service, we need to be aware of a couple of fundamental concepts. They are RTO and RPO. RTO is Recovery Time Objective, that defines the maximum possible time it takes to restore the normal operations following an outage or disaster in the primary. Then RPO is Recovery Point Objective, that defines the maximum amount of data the organization can tolerate losing. Just to keep it simple, RPO can be compared with autosave feature in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint application, where we can set up autosave timer as per our requirements. So whenever there is a system shutdown or application hanging, it will save the last autosaved version so that user can retrieve the latest version as possible. So these are all some of the major cloud models available in the market. Apart from this, there are some additional models like backup as a service, network as a service, contact center as a service, unified communication as a service, and the list goes on. However, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, and disaster recovery as a service are the major models used by most of the users, and these four models account for more than 90% of the total cloud revenue globally.